Hello and welcome along. I'm Gungnir and today I'm gonna dive into a new game that I have never played before. It's Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. It's a CRPG game. I have played a little bit back in the Sins days. What's it called? Sins? Divinity, Original Sin, yep, that was the game. And I've also played Dragon Age games, but they might not be quite the same. Anyway, I chose the daring difficulty just to have a bit of a challenge, and so it would be more interesting for you guys to watch. And here I am trying to create a character for me. So we'll see what kind of tune I'll create. I'll see you back in a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna be a pragmatic guy.
This could be an opportunity. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Indeed. Yeah, I had a few tattoos. I have a tattoo as well. On the other hand, though. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna make a change here. Let's have it there. And this one also on that hand. Yep. That way it looks more like me. I have blonde hair, a military style haircut, so yeah. I think it'll work. Oh, it's okay. I have to choose some talents and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go through them and we'll see what I pick later on, alright? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Death World. Seems a bit more straightforward. I have better skills with melee weapons, and I would like to use melee weapons as well. I'm a huge fan of Thunderhammers. And it has some tenacity and all that. Could go for Voidborn, but they have less strength. High World. No increase in that. Doesn't have anything. I know this increases all skills by 10, but there's... Yeah, well, let's go with Death World. I mean, if I fail, then it'll be more fun for you guys, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna check all these out and be back with you in a moment. But I'm gonna go for Crime Lord. It has some nice abilities. Or talents, rather. Dodge and Barry bonus. And it has a surefire plan. Yeah. Plus the armor looks quite cool. I have to go through all of that, yeah? Alright. Should obtain this and then the thieves. Logic. Okay. Yep. All right. Darkest Tower. Okay. persuasion, usually in these games. Okay, we have a toughness increase from the boom roll, I think. Yeah, we have +5 toughness, so I would say that this then just kind of equals it out, yeah? It says int, and this equals it out as well, okay. Oh my word. One of the first archetypes at this moment. Right, well, I want to be a space marine, but I don't think I can be one in this game. Operative as assassin, bounty hunter, and grand strategist. Vanguard. Exception melee prowess. Well, I like the melee thing. Movement, dodge, armor, parry downs, and soaking damage. Spirit measures, weapon skill, toughness. Okay. What about operative? Analyze. Use intelligence, perception. Don't think I have much. Analyze enemies. Expose weakness. I think we'll get operatives and all that later on. Range weapons. Yeah, let's go for that. Can I see? Oop, there we go. Warrior or operative. Okay. Well, let's be a warrior then. Power fellowship. What's this here? Yeah, energy shields here are quite cool as well. So we'll see. Let's pick the warrior, yeah. Right. So let's increase our weapon skill, I guess. Let's put that to 40. What's it give us? 3 melee weapons. This is also parry. Okay, so toughness then to 40. Agility. I guess it's good as well. Perception. Great, and let's increase intelligence as well. I still want to be intelligent. Patient Fortune. Apex Predator. Destiny Hunter. Malefactor's Repetence. Unbound Avarice. Harbinger of War. Yeah, in Helldivers 2 I named my ship the Harbinger of Democracy, so yeah, I like to have some weird names. Fear of the Faithless. Patient Fortune. Oculus Ignis. Calamity's Promise. Guardian of the Brink. Glorium Libertatum. It's hard to pronounce these. Fatum Audacium. Unforgiven. That might actually work. First Forged. Exile of Calmanterdi. Let's put something like I wanted to play Spear of Odin, but because this is what Gungnir means, but I would be heretic then. Servant of His Glory. Righteous Absolution, yep, let's go that. Okay, so this is the result of my character creation. You can let me know in the comments down below if this is good, bad, or okay. And I name myself Gungnir. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into it.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Okay, so the character's personal story depends on the dialogue choices you make. And you can alter the course of the game's narrative, okay? Got it.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor. To inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Gungnir Stubbs. Really?
My regards. Naturally, the infamy of your achievements in the shadows of an entire sector is not unknown to me. Your enterprising spirit and, if you excuse my bluntness, refusal to die are qualities worth saluting. It is as if you were carried here on the wings of destiny itself. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Okay. Interesting.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Of course. I don't wanna insult Lady Theodora, it might bite me in the ass later.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Indeed.
The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Let us.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, so with holding the right mouse button I can select which way they're gonna face when they reach the area. No? Guess not. Alright. Interactable objects, alright. Aha. Interesting. Okay. A lot of stuff here.
One of the Von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Okay.
To arms!
Okay. Shoot, and don't let it get close. Well, I don't have much of a... frenzy. Based on it. pistol shot. Nice, up on the... We can move there. Okay.
It's as good as done.
Miss. Of course. It was missing. Frenzy. Shoot.
I won't stand for it.
Well, we can... We can't move, okay. Guess this is it then. It will cost 1 AP, okay. Can still move there, away of him. And shoot.
On it.
Right. Ooh boy. Dodge. Ah. He was constantly analyzing. Ah, cool.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
True. Spread out, no one is allowed.
I'm
into the
afraid
premises.
I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Can I loot? These guys are... Lovely. They don't seem to be lootable, eh? Even Russ.
Let us not dawdle.
Go there or... Map is quite vast.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Okay, actually I have a description of the guy. Stuck. Yeah, you can let me know in the comments down below if you want me to read this out or not. Next to the two of them you see two more men. One is grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his status slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Koronus Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Okay, so character skills reflect their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogues automatically initiate passive skill tests, such as the test succeeds, the information will be revealed. Okay. Well, it might be Xenos.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
Yes, go for the first one.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here?
Did not you sent for me? I do not know just yet. I hope you will verify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Fon Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Does sound a bit cocky.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
Oh, you have doubts, don't you?
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Koronus Expanse. One could not in good faith describe your background as one of exemplary service to the Imperium. However, I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived and prospered between the letters of the law is a rare achievement among those in our circle. You are skilled in the art of taking risks and cutting corners. Trust me when I say that you will have sufficient opportunity to apply this talent for the good of the house. Moreover, your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live on in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the Fon Valancius line.
This is interesting. This word is in blue and it shows decision consequences. A word of a great past deeds that traveled the entire Koronus Expanse and far beyond. So because it spoke with the other guy about my great deeds, this is now a thing in my conversation, I see. I think that's it, yeah?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Fon Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the voidship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient, It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aid.
Yeah, I asked what was my current responsibilities. I forgot that it doesn't speak. Where is the ship headed?
The Owlcat system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Koronus Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Perhaps.
I set the course for Owlcat on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
So should I choose Gracious Lord Captain? Surely there are ways I can prove myself over the air, or is this like too much of a bootlicking? Not sure. Don't think I have many more questions. I don't want to seem weak, because this begging might seem weak.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Of course. Ah. Ambush.
Your demise is already calculated.
The monsters demand your death!
Start the battle.
Emperor, protect me.
Cleave, cool.
Just a minor setback.
Stay vigilant.
Ooh. That was cool.
Death to non-believers.
Nice matrix dodge.
Chaos guides me. A temporary setback.
I was hit. Okay, so let's head there. And there we can use that, shift 1, shoot fire plan, and then we can... I don't think I have any... Yeah, any melee weapons.
I'll see to it, but you never stood a chance.
Yeah, kill the guy. Okay.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
I serve the ruinous powers! Ah! Out of my way! Ah!
I've suffered worse.
Nice.
To the heretics! Death to the weak!
Metal rifles are quite cool. Okay, let's increase our damage. Yep, this doesn't kill him without that, so shift
I'll
1.
make it happen.
We have a surefire plan, and now we can hopefully kill the guy.
It's as good as done.
Of course I miss.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Follow my lead. One fewer target.
Plasma weapons are quite cool in this game as well.
Follow my lead. Chaos guide me.
Alright, cool. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What is happening?
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
Incident with the rampaging servitors might be connected to what is transpiring now.
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Alright. Theodora. So which way should I go? Didn't see too many markers on the... some shooty happening here. Can't go that way. This bridge is up. Okay, maybe there. Second portion, okay. Let's go upstairs.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I'll take the weapon from him.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
A mutiny against the Emperor's anointed. Execute the traitors, every last one of them. We must provide immediate assistance to those still in the middle decks. Perhaps we might stop this away from spreading. Let's go for the mutiny thing.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
That's true.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here.
Okay, so the game crashed.
Let's not waste
Some
time
reason.
with pleasantries.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all that again. Sorry about it.
I always keep my options open.
Actually got the blue screen of death, so that's first time. I'll go through these dialogues quite fast.
Thank Providence you are alive and
Always on.
Mort?
What did the Lord?
Master of...
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago.
First, we have to... Edelthrad.
I tried to locate him.
Blast it!
If I...
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. Then move out! Mort, come.
Okay. Let's see what's next.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I have a proposition. Decide the more important person you can go into the front to my shield me from potential threats. I'll make do. Lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Talk so slowly. Something hits your heart with a sharp crackle and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. Ah, so this dude is actually a traitor. Promised a special destiny, Cognir, and it's time to fulfill it. Uh-huh. kicking the gnats, literally.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the warrant chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Voigt, where you two-faced scum, you are the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you.
I increase my perception
I'll help
points
you with the
at
next
the character
insight.
creation.
I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself.
Adorable.
We are in the anteroom of the warrant chamber. This voidship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it inbred? Is your blood too thin from the for the Sentinel? While you're doing this, I will help you as long as you spare my life. Let me join you. Let's ask why.
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The warrant of trade.
Yeah, what is it inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Coercion succeeded. What sorry pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid, wretched piece of cork shit.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Blade flashes in dim light, then drops the blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo with each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with singular urge to go. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. I can fight the voice in my head, get out, I'm not your puppet. I can I will do as you require, but I will find a way to make you pay for this, you filth. Or enough threats, I will comply with your demands. Let's get those voices out of my head. The voice in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intuitive influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward, the gates looming in the center of the chamber. You don't do that, come on. In the gateway arc you see a cognitator with a human likeness built into a front panel. As you approach, it also twitches slightly. This is a servitor. An obedient automation created from a lobotomized human being. Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with 2 ember-like irises. I'll try to light up these things in the conversation, so those who are not familiar with the game or with the Warhammer universe can read these things. Okay, tech use, examine the device. Yes. Well, quite good use for that. I could examine the device or look for anything that can be used as a weapon. Let's examine the device. I succeeded to carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of architect relic. Gain 20 experience points as well. That's good. Architect. Yeah. The servitor on the gate begins to move with the screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vivid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voigtweir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, the source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Look, anything used as a weapon. You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty of any and in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or a protruding piece of rebar in sight. Let's examine the sentinel. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you're used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has metal hinges on the place of standard joints. It seems that the creators of the sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of the ship would be much longer than of ordinary automatons. Let's look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Freaking Mongol. Okay, let's place the hand in the sentinel's maw. Tried everything else. The sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall on the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vivid screen of cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass, sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the sentinel? The cogitator? Is it the figment of your weary mind? Which one is it? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem that the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
That's cool. Hello. Oh, that hurts.
There is still another way.
Keep your wits about you.
Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade. Blah blah blah, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite... I can't read as fast. You have to read it yourself, guys, sorry.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need a weapon, I'm utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Servo skull goes silent, it relays clicking seconds after a second passes and you realize the servo skull won't answer you. Frickin' hell. Contact Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Man, that's happening here. Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Alright, cool. As the game story unfolds, you will see notification at the top of the screen indicating the status of your current objectives has been updated and the new information has been added to the journal. You can open the journal by pressing J or clicking LMB, left mouse button, on the notification at the top of the screen. Journal enters in black. Okay, rumors and contracts also contain important information. Guess I have to follow the guy. Well, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. I wanted to make this like a test episode to see if this game will have any traction for my channel. If you did enjoy this and want to see more, then do leave a like to the video. This is something I'm gonna assess if I will ever continue playing that. And you can leave your comments, your tips, your tricks down below. Thanks so much, guys, if you watched it this far, and I do hope I'll see you again in the next one. Until then, take care and bye-bye.